My child, stop for a moment. Pause whatever you are doing and give me your attention, because this message appearing before you right now is not random, not accidental, and not something you were meant to scroll past. I arrange this moment for the part of your heart that has been quietly asking, why did it close? Why did it not work? Why did I pray, wait, hope, believe, and still watch the door shut in front of me? My beloved child, I know the door you are thinking about. I know the one you prayed over. I know the one you stood beside with expectation. I know the one you cried about when no one else could see the weight you were carrying. I know how many times you tried to force it open with your effort, your loyalty, your patience, your explanations, your pleading, and your faith. And I am speaking to you now because that door did not close because you were forgotten. It did not close because I stopped loving you. It did not close because my favor left your life. Before this message continues, like this video if you believe I can turn delay into direction. Subscribe if your heart needs daily guidance, because I am leading you one step at a time. And comment these words as a prayer from your spirit. Father, show me what this closed door protected me from. Now listen carefully, my child. The closed door was not the end of my favor, it was the beginning of my explanation. You thought silence meant absence, but I was present in the silence. You thought the delay meant denial, but I was working inside the delay. You thought the closure meant rejection, but I was standing between you and something your eyes could not yet discern. I do not say this to frighten you, I say this to awaken you, because within the next 72 hours, the first pieces of understanding will begin to surface. It may come through a conversation you did not expect. It may come through a delay that suddenly makes sense. It may come through a memory I bring back to your heart, something you ignored, something you overlooked, something you could not understand at the time. It may come as a sign, a small confirmation, a quiet inner knowing that settles in your spirit and says, now I see why God did not let that open. The next 72 hours are not ordinary hours for your discernment. I am not telling you to chase signs, I am telling you to be awake. Pay attention to what repeats. Pay attention to what gives you peace. Pay attention to what is exposed. Pay attention to what is delayed again, because sometimes the delay is not against you. Sometimes the delay is the evidence that my hand is still guarding you. My child, you have carried disappointment as if it were proof that you were unloved. You have replayed moments, searched your own heart, questioned your worth, and wondered if you missed me. But I saw the whole path when you only saw the entrance. I saw what was behind the door. I saw the burden attached to it. I saw the version of you it would have drained, the peace it would have stolen, the calling it would have confused, the future it would have delayed. You were not rejected, you were redirected before the damage could become deeper. You were interrupted before attachment became bondage. You were stopped before your yes became a chain around your spirit. Come closer, my beloved child. Let me speak to the wound, not just the question. That closed door hurt because you had hope attached to it. It hurt because you pictured your future on the other side of it. It hurt because you believed that if it opened, the ache would finally leave. But I am the one who knows the difference between a door that blesses you and a door that buries you under what you were never assigned to carry. So breathe. Loosen your grip. Do not call yourself abandoned, because I protected you in a way you did not recognize. Do not call it failure, because I refused to let you walk into what looked promising but carried hidden pain. The explanation is beginning, and as it unfolds, you will see that I was not taking life from you. I was preserving life in you. My beloved child, I saw how long you stood there. I saw how many times you knocked when your strength was almost gone. I saw how many prayers you whispered with tears in your eyes, hoping that this time the answer would change, this time the door would move, this time the silence would break. I saw you gather courage again after disappointment. I saw you try to believe again after nothing shifted. I saw you smile in front of others while carrying questions you could not explain. And I do not condemn you for feeling tired. I do not condemn you for feeling embarrassed. I do not condemn you for wondering if you heard me wrong, if your faith was too small, if your prayers were not strong enough, if something inside you made the door remain shut. My child, disappointment does not make you faithless. Confusion does not make you rejected. Weariness does not mean you have failed me. I know the ache of unanswered prayer. I know the heaviness that comes when you trusted me for an open door and instead watched it close more firmly than before. But listen carefully. The door you kept knocking on was being guarded. It was not only closed, it was protected. My hand was standing between you and what your heart wanted because my eyes could see what your heart could not. You saw the opportunity. I saw the outcome. You saw the invitation. I saw the hidden cost. You saw the smile, the promise, the possibility, the place where you thought your future would finally begin. I saw the motives behind the smile. I saw the weakness beneath the promise. I saw the instability behind the opportunity. I saw timing that had not yet matured. My child, I was not ignoring your faith. I was guarding your future. I was not punishing your hope. I was protecting the part of you that still believes, still loves, still dreams, still carries purpose. You thought I was withholding something good from you, but I was refusing to let something unstable hold what I am preparing in your life. That door may have looked strong from the outside, but I knew it could not carry the weight of your calling. I knew it could not hold the blessing without breaking you. I knew it could not receive the version of you I am forming. Do not measure my love by the door that did not open. Measure my love by the damage I did not allow. Measure my faithfulness by the traps you never entered, the burdens you never had to carry, the relationships that never gained access to your deepest places, the opportunities that never got permission to drain your peace. There are things you cried over losing that you would have later begged me to remove. There are doors you thought were answers that would have become assignments of sorrow. There are rooms you wanted to enter that were not prepared for the grace resting on your life. This is why I stopped you, not because you were unworthy, but because the door was unworthy of what I placed in you, not because you were too late, but because the timing around that door was not mature, not because your prayer failed, but because my protection answered in a form you did not recognize. Sometimes, my no is not a rejection of your desire. Sometimes, my no is a shield around your destiny. So let the wound be reframed. Let the place of disappointment become the place where your discernment begins to heal. You were not standing outside because I forgot your name. You were standing outside because I knew what was inside. And when the explanation begins to rise, when the hidden things become clear, when the next 72 hours begin to reveal what your tears could not understand, you will see that my closed door was not against you. It was my hand in front of you, guarding what I am still preparing for you. My child, heaven sometimes says no before it shows you why. And I know that when your heart has attached identity to an outcome, my no can feel like rejection. It can feel personal. It can feel like I looked at you, measured you, and decided you were not worthy of what you asked for. But that is not what happened. That is the wound speaking. That is the disappointment trying to explain what only my spirit can explain. You tied pieces of your future to that door. You imagined who you would become if it opened. You imagined the relief, the confirmation, the joy, the answer, the feeling of finally being chosen. So when it closed, it did not only feel like the loss of an opportunity, it felt like the loss of a version of yourself you were hoping to meet. This is why it hurt so deeply. This is why you kept asking, what is wrong with me? Why was I not enough? Why did it open for someone else and not for me? But listen carefully, my beloved child. Not every closed door carries the same meaning. Some doors close because I am redirecting you. Some doors close because I am correcting your path. Some doors close because the timing is not ready. Some doors close because the people connected to that door are not prepared to steward what I placed in you. And some doors close because I am protecting you from what would have looked like success at first, but would have slowly cost you your peace, your character, your obedience, your family, your calling, or your spiritual clarity. Do not place one meaning on every no. Do not assume every closed door is punishment. Do not assume every delay is rejection. Do not assume every silence is absence. There are times when my no is discipline, but there are also times when my no is mercy. There are times when my closed door is not me taking something from you, but me keeping something from taking too much from you. My child, you do not always recognize mercy when it first arrives. Sometimes mercy arrives looking like disappointment. Sometimes protection arrives looking like delay. Sometimes redirection arrives looking like betrayal. Sometimes the path to purpose begins in a place you would never choose with your own understanding. Remember the one who was thrown into a pit by the hands of those who should have loved him. From the outside, It looked like betrayal had won. It looked like his dream had been buried beneath the cruelty of others. It looked like his future had been interrupted by people who did not understand his calling. But the pit was not the end. The pit was movement. The pit was painful, but it was not purposeless. Then came another closed place, a prison, a place where time seemed wasted, where promises seemed delayed, where character was tested in hidden rooms. From the outside, it looked like delay. It looked like forgotten years. It looked like heaven was silent. But even there, I was arranging what he could not see. I was positioning him near the door that would open at the appointed time. The pit did not look like preparation. The prison did not look like promotion. But both were moving him toward a throne he could not yet see. My beloved child, this is why you must not judge my plan by one closed door. You are looking at one moment. I am holding the whole story. You are asking why this door did not open. I am looking at the place I am taking you, the people who will be connected to your obedience, the strength your future will require, the weight your calling must carry, and the peace you cannot afford to lose. There are things that look good from a distance, but become heavy when you step inside them. There are rooms that look like favor, but are filled with compromise. There are relationships that look like comfort, but would slowly make you forget your voice. There are opportunities that look like increase, but would have trained you to ignore me. There are invitations that look like advancement, but would have pulled your heart into striving, fear, exhaustion, and confusion. I saw what it would cost later. I saw the nights you would have cried if I had let you enter. I saw the confusion that would have come over your spirit. I saw the way your peace would have been traded for approval. I saw how your obedience would have been negotiated little by little until you no longer recognized the sound of my voice. I saw the pressure it would place on your family. I saw the way your character would have been stretched in a place that was not assigned to form you, but to drain you. So I closed it, not because I did not hear you, but because I heard what was coming. Not because I did not care, but because I cared beyond the moment. Not because I wanted to wound you, but because I refused to let a temporary desire become a long-term captivity. I know you wanted the full explanation immediately. I know you wanted me to show you everything at once. But if I had shown you everything while the wound was still fresh, you may not have had the strength to receive it. So I have been healing your sight first. I have been softening the place inside you that turned disappointment into shame. I have been teaching you that my love is not proven only by what opens. Sometimes my love is proven by what I forbid. Within the next 72 hours, my child, you may not see the full destination. You may not know every detail of where I am leading you, but you can receive the first clear reason. You can hear the conversation that confirms what your spirit already sensed. You can notice the pattern that shows why that door was unsafe. You can see the hidden instability, the delayed exposure, the truth behind the appearance, the peace that comes when you finally stop calling protection a loss. Pay attention. Do not force understanding, but stay awake for it. Do not chase signs, but notice what I allow to surface. The next 72 hours are not about panic. They are about clarity. They are about me letting your understanding catch up to the mercy that already arrived. And when that first reason comes, do not harden your heart because the answer did not come in the way you expected. Receive it gently. Let it heal you. Let it teach you. Let it confirm that I was not against you in the closure. I was ahead of you in protection. My no reached the danger before your understanding did. My mercy stood at the door before your desire could enter. And soon, my beloved child, you will begin to see why heaven said no before it showed you why. My child, the next 3 days are not to be lived carelessly. They are not to be walked through with your heart buried under disappointment, your mind scattered by noise, and your spirit distracted by every feeling that rises. I am not asking you to be afraid. I am asking you to be awake. I am not placing pressure on you. I am calling you into attention, because the explanation may arrive quietly before it arrives loudly. Within the next 72 hours, do not treat every moment as common. Do not let your emotions run ahead of my peace. Do not allow yesterday's pain to make you blind to today's confirmation. I have already begun arranging the pieces that will help you understand why the door could not open. Some of those pieces will not look dramatic. Some will not come with a loud announcement. Some will arrive in ordinary clothing, through a message, through a memory, through a delayed answer, through a truth revealed in conversation, through sudden peace where there used to be confusion. Listen carefully, my beloved child. You may receive a word from someone who does not even know what you have been praying about. You may remember something that happened before the door closed, something you dismissed, something your heart was too hopeful to examine. You may see a pattern you ignored because you wanted the outcome so badly. You may hear news that confirms why I slowed you down. You may feel a quiet release in your spirit, not because everything is explained, but because your soul finally recognizes that I was protecting you. This is why you must reduce the noise, not because my voice is weak, but because noise can dull your perception. Distraction can make you miss what I am showing you. Worry can make you misread my mercy. Fear can make you call confirmation coincidence. Pain can make you reject the very clarity you asked me to send. The enemy would love for you to spend these next 72 hours reacting, scrolling, arguing, overthinking, replaying, and reaching again for what I already closed. He would love for your heart to be so crowded that you cannot recognize the gentle way I am answering you. But I am calling you into stillness. Stillness is not emptiness. Stillness is obedience. Quiet your heart before you answer too quickly. Quiet your mind before you assume the worst. Quiet your mouth before you speak from the wound. Let unnecessary noise fall away. Step back from conversations that stir pressure without peace. Step away from places that keep reopening the ache. Refuse to make permanent decisions from temporary emotions. Pay attention to what carries my peace, because my peace will guard you while my explanation begins to unfold. My child, I am not telling you to chase signs. Do not run after every detail trying to force meaning into it. Do not become anxious, suspicious, or frantic. That is not discernment. That is fear wearing spiritual language. I am teaching you recognition. I am teaching you to notice what I am already revealing. I am teaching you to hear the difference between pressure and peace, between urgency and obedience, between a door that demands your striving and a path that carries my presence. Over these next 3 days, bring your questions to me before you bring them to people. Bring your ache to me before you let it become an accusation. Bring your confusion into prayer before it becomes a story you tell yourself about being unwanted. I will meet you there. I will settle what has been shaking. I will highlight what needs to be seen. I will expose what was hidden, not to hurt you again, but to heal the place that kept asking why. And when the explanation begins to come, receive it with a soft heart. It may not answer everything at once, but it will answer enough to steady you. It will show you that the closed door was not random. It will show you that the delay was not wasted. It will show you that my hand was moving even when your heart felt abandoned. So stay awake, my beloved child. Watch with peace. Listen with humility. Move slowly. Pray before reacting. The next 72 hours are not ordinary days, but they are not days of panic. They are days of recognition. They are days where mercy becomes visible. They are days where what confused you begins to make sense, and your spirit quietly says, "Now I see why God closed that door." My child, understand this clearly. There has been another voice trying to explain your closed door before my peace could explain it. Another voice has been whispering into the wound, trying to turn protection into shame, mercy into bitterness, redirection into rejection, and temporary closure into permanent failure. That voice did not want you to wait for my explanation. It wanted you to create your own explanation from pain. The enemy wanted you to look at that closed door and say, "God forgot me." He wanted you to look at someone else moving forward and say, "I have been left behind." He wanted you to look at the delay and say, "I missed my only chance." He wanted you to look at the silence and say, "I am not chosen." He wanted you to look at the tears you cried and say, "My prayers did not matter." But I am speaking over those lies now. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not disqualified. You are not behind what I have ordained for you. Listen carefully, my beloved child. The enemy is not only after what you lost, he is after how you interpret what happened. If he can convince you that my protection was rejection, he can make you resent the very hand that saved you. If he can make you bitter over a door I closed in mercy, he can blind you to the next door I am preparing in wisdom. If he can make you jealous of someone else's timing, he can make you miss the beauty of your own. Do not let comparison poison your discernment. Do not look at another person's open door and assume I have no door for you. You do not know what is behind their door. You do not know what season I am walking them through. You do not know what I required of them in secret. You do not know what I protected you from by slowing you down. Their movement is not proof of your rejection. Their opportunity is not proof of your failure. Their open door is not evidence that I have forgotten your name. My child, release the accusation. Release the silent anger that has been building in your heart against me. Release the question that has become a weapon instead of a prayer. I am not afraid of your questions, but I will not let the enemy use your questions to harden your heart. Bring me your disappointment, but do not build a home inside bitterness. Bring me your confusion, but do not allow confusion to become your identity. Bring me your tears, but do not let tears become agreement with lies. You must stop mourning what I used to protect you as if it were your only future. That door was not your source. That person was not your savior. That opportunity was not the final expression of my goodness toward you. I am not limited by what closed. I am not delayed by what ended. I am not confused by what disappointed you. I know how to lead you from a closed door into a prepared place. The enemy wanted you to call protection a loss because grief without revelation can become bondage. He wanted you rehearsing what did not happen until you could no longer see what I am doing now. He wanted you so focused on the door behind you that you would walk past the peace in front of you. But heaven is teaching you how to see mercy inside the closure. Heaven is teaching you how to say, I may not understand everything yet, but I will not accuse God while He is protecting me. So today, my beloved child, loosen your agreement with every lie. Say within your heart, I am not forgotten. I am not too late. I am not rejected. I am not disqualified. I am not abandoned because one door closed. My Father is still leading me. And as you say it, let peace return. Let your spirit breathe again. Let jealousy lose its grip. Let bitterness fall from your hands. The closed door was not the enemy's victory. It was my protection. It was my mercy. It was my wisdom standing where your understanding could not stand yet. And within these next 72 hours, as clarity begins to rise, you will see that what you were tempted to mourn was one of the ways I kept you safe. My child, remember Ruth. She did not understand everything when loss touched her life. She did not stand in a place that looked glamorous, celebrated, or easy. Her path did not begin with applause. It began with grief. It began with endings. It began with leaving what was familiar and walking into a place she did not fully know. From the outside, it looked like her life had been reduced. It looked like she had lost her place, her covering, her certainty, and her future. But I was not finished writing her story. Listen carefully, my beloved child. Ruth did not lose a field. She was being led to the right one. What looked like emptiness was movement. What looked like being pushed away was positioning. What looked like survival was preparation for covenant. She walked into unfamiliar territory with humility, not knowing that favor was already waiting in a field she had not yet seen. She thought she was gathering leftovers, but I was arranging provision. She thought she was simply trying to survive another day, but I was guiding her steps into the place where her future would recognize her. Do you see it now, my child? Not every season of redirection looks like promotion at first. Sometimes it looks like relocation. Sometimes it looks like starting again. Sometimes it looks like taking smaller steps than the ones you wanted. Sometimes it looks like doing humble things while your heart is still healing from heavy things. Sometimes it looks like walking away from the door that closed and entering a field where you feel unseen, unknown, and unprepared. But I am the one who meets obedience in unfamiliar places. Ruth did not arrive in the right field because everything in her life had gone perfectly. She arrived there because I knew how to guide her through what she did not understand. Loss did not cancel her. Grief did not disqualify her. Humility did not lower her value. Obedience did not waste her time. Every step that looked ordinary was carrying her toward provision, toward protection, toward covenant, toward a future that her pain could not predict. And I am speaking this to you because what felt like being pushed away may actually be me positioning you in the field where favor can finally find you. The door that closed may have been connected to the wrong room, the wrong people, the wrong timing, the wrong expectation, the wrong version of your future. You wanted entrance, but I was preparing placement. You wanted access, but I was preparing alignment. You wanted the door to open because you thought provision was behind it, but I knew provision was waiting somewhere else. My child, do not despise the field because it does not look like the door you prayed for. Do not reject the place of obedience because it feels smaller than the dream you imagined. Do not assume that humble beginnings mean forgotten destiny. Ruth was not forgotten while she was gathering. Ruth was not abandoned while she was bending low. Ruth was not unseen while she was doing what was necessary with a faithful heart. I saw her. I covered her. He led her. And I caused favor to notice her in the place where obedience had brought her. There are places that cannot receive what I placed in you. There are relationships that cannot carry the covenant I am forming. There are opportunities that may offer visibility but not alignment. There are rooms that may open quickly but drain you slowly. This is why I sometimes redirect through discomfort. Comfort can keep you attached to places where your assignment has already ended. Familiarity can make you loyal to what no longer has grace for your future. The known place can feel safer than the prepared place, even when the known place is empty. So I allow movement. I allow endings. I allow the door to remain shut when your heart still wants to knock. I allow the old place to become uncomfortable, not because I am cruel, but because I love you too much to let comfort become captivity. If I did not disturb what had expired, you might stay where your spirit is no longer being fed. If I did not close what had become unsafe, you might keep calling it home. If I did not redirect you, you might mistake attachment for assignment. My beloved child, within the next 72 hours, pay attention to what I reveal about the old door. I may show you why it could not hold the relationship meant for your next season. I may show you why it could not carry the opportunity I am preparing. I may show you why your calling would have been limited there. I may show you why your provision had to be moved, because the place you wanted was too narrow for what I am about to release. The explanation may come quietly, but when it comes, your spirit will recognize it. Do not chase what I am moving you away from. Follow where peace begins to gather. Follow the humble step. Follow the place where obedience is possible, even if the path is unfamiliar. Favor is not always waiting where your emotions are attached. Sometimes favor is waiting where your surrender leads you. Sometimes the right field does not look impressive at first, but it carries the appointment your future needs. Ruth did not know the full story when she entered that field. She did not know how provision would become covenant. She did not know how a humble act would become part of a greater promise. She simply moved with loyalty, humility, and obedience. And there, in the place she could not have planned for herself, favor found her. So breathe, my child. You were not merely pushed away. You were being positioned. You were not merely removed. You were being redirected. You were not merely denied. You were being led. The field ahead of you may look unfamiliar, but my hand is already there. Favor has not forgotten your name. Provision has not missed your address. Covenant has not passed you by. Keep walking with me, and you will see that the closed door did not end your story. It guided you into the field where the next chapter could finally begin. My child, do not force open what grace has closed. Do not put your hands on a door that my mercy has already shut. Do not let fear convince you to return to what peace told you to leave. Do not let loneliness become a key in your hand. Do not let panic make you knock again on something I closed to protect your spirit, your future, and your obedience. Listen carefully, my beloved child. There is a difference between perseverance and striving against my will. There is a difference between faith and fear, wearing the language of faith. There is a difference between praying with trust and begging from a place of desperation because you do not believe I will provide another way. I do not condemn your ache. I know why you wanted that door. I know why your heart keeps looking back. I know the memories, the hopes, the unfinished conversations, the questions that still rise in the quiet. But I am asking you now to surrender the urge to force what I have already released you from. Do not reopen it through manipulation. Do not reopen it through emotional pressure. Do not reopen it by ignoring the warning signs I already allowed you to see. Do not reopen it by calling compromise patience, by calling anxiety passion, by calling repeated rejection a test of endurance. If you have to abandon your peace to keep a door open, my child, examine that door. If you have to silence my warnings to stay connected, examine that connection. If you have to become smaller, quieter, more anxious, more confused, or more desperate in order to remain there, ask me whether you are holding on to what I am asking you to place in my hands. Because forcing what I closed can restart cycles I was trying to end. It can pull you back into confusion after I began giving you clarity. It can return you to rejection after I began healing your worth. It can drag you into exhaustion after I began restoring your strength. It can lead you back into compromise after I began cleansing your discernment. It can awaken false hope in a place where I have already removed the grace to continue, and I do not want you circling the same mountain, calling it love, calling it loyalty, calling it destiny, when I have been calling you forward. My beloved child, surrender is not giving up on your future. Surrender is refusing to drag your past into what I am preparing. Surrender is not weakness. It is trust. It is the holy decision to believe that I can close one door without closing your life. It is the courage to say, Father, if your hand has shut this, I will not force it with mine. If your peace has left that place, I will not pretend it is still my assignment. If your spirit is leading me forward, I will not keep negotiating with what you have already answered. Over the next 3 days, walk carefully with me. Pray before responding, pause before pursuing, listen before deciding, test every opportunity by peace. Do not answer quickly just because fear is loud. Do not run back just because silence feels uncomfortable. Do not accept an invitation simply because it looks like the thing you lost. Bring it to me. Let me weigh it. Let me show you whether it carries my presence or only awakens your attachment. Ask me for clean discernment, not the answer your emotions prefer, but the truth your future needs. Ask me to remove the fog of longing. Ask me to separate my voice from your fear, my peace from your craving, my timing from your impatience. Say, Father, show me what is truly from you. Show me what is only familiar. Show me what is trying to return because it has changed. And show me what is trying to return because the cycle wants to begin again. And if this word is speaking to the place in you that keeps reaching back, make this declaration with a surrendered heart. Comment, I will not force what God has closed. Say it not as punishment, but as trust. Say it not because you have stopped caring, but because you have chosen to obey. Say it because your future is too important to be carried back into old confusion. Say it because my hand can be trusted even when your heart is still healing. My child, let the door remain closed if my grace has closed it. Let peace be your witness. Let surrender be your protection. Let obedience become the place where your strength returns. What I am preparing does not need you to force an old door open. It needs you free enough, healed enough, and surrendered enough to walk through the right one when I open it. My child, the explanation I am bringing will heal more than the door itself. You have been asking me why it closed, why it did not work, why the answer did not come the way you prayed, why the place you wanted became the place you had to leave. But I am going deeper than the circumstance. I am not only showing you what happened around you, I am healing what the closed door revealed within you. Listen carefully, my beloved child. The answer you need is not only about why the door closed, but why your heart hurt so deeply when it did. Why did the silence feel like abandonment? Why did the delay feel like punishment? Why did the closed door make you question your worth? Why did one ending make you feel as though your whole future had collapsed? I am not asking these questions to accuse you. I am asking them because I love you enough to heal the root, not only soothe the surface. There were places in you that attached too much of your identity to being chosen by what was never assigned to stay. There were places in you that tied your peace to a certain outcome, your confidence to a certain response, your hope to a certain person, your faith to an immediate answer. And when the door closed, it did not only disappoint you, it exposed where your heart had been leaning on something too fragile to carry the weight of your destiny. My child, I saw the hidden ache. I saw the old rejection that rose again when that door did not open. I saw the fear of being left behind. I saw the part of you that wondered, what is wrong with me? I saw the place that believed, if they did not choose you, if the opportunity did not choose you, if the plan did not unfold the way you expected, then maybe you were not valuable. But that is a lie. Your value was never created by that door, and your value cannot be destroyed by that door. I am healing the attachment that made you afraid to release what was hurting you. I am healing the fear of abandonment that made you interpret my protection as distance. I am healing the wound that made you chase approval from places that could not affirm what I placed inside you. I am healing the exhaustion of proving, performing, explaining, waiting, wondering, and trying to become enough for something I never called to define you. You are not less because it closed. You are not unwanted because it ended. You are not forgotten because I said no. You are not behind because I slowed you down. You are not rejected because I redirected you. The closed door revealed a tender place, but I am not leaving that place exposed. I am covering it. I am restoring it. I am teaching your heart to stop begging for confirmation from what cannot give you peace. My beloved child, every tear you cried in secret has been seen by me. Not one fell unnoticed. Not one prayer was wasted. Not one night of confusion was meaningless to me. I have been collecting what you thought was only pain, and I am turning it into wisdom. I have been holding what you thought was only weakness, and I am turning it into discernment. I have been near in the moments when you felt most unanswered, because my silence was not absence. My timing was still working while your heart was still aching. I am rebuilding your confidence, but I am rebuilding it on a stronger foundation, not on who calls you, not on who keeps you, not on what opens quickly, not on what applauds you, not on what makes you feel temporarily wanted. I am rebuilding your confidence on my voice, my love, my covering, my purpose, and my faithfulness. This is why the healing may feel deeper than the explanation, because I am not merely telling you why something ended. I am teaching you who you are when something ends, and I remain. Clarity is returning to you. Peace is returning to you. Strength is returning to you. The fog that made you question everything will not remain forever. The ache that made you replay every detail will not rule your mind forever. The wound that made you afraid to trust again will not have the final word over your future. I am restoring the part of you that became tired of hoping. I am restoring the part of you that began to expect disappointment. I am restoring the part of you that learned to guard itself so tightly that even my goodness felt difficult to receive. Within these next 72 hours, as I begin to show you why the door could not open, do not only look outward, look inward with me. Let me show you what that closed door stirred, what it exposed, what it revealed, what it touched. Do not be afraid of that place. I am not taking you there to shame you. I am taking you there to free you. Some of the explanation will come through understanding the situation, but some of it will come through understanding your own heart. Stop rehearsing the loss as if repetition will bring healing. Stop replaying the conversation, the silence, the missed chance, the unanswered message, the moment everything shifted. You have reviewed the pain long enough. Now begin receiving the meaning. Let me show you the mercy behind what you could not change. Let me show you the protection behind what you could not keep. Let me show you the healing behind what hurt you so deeply. My child, place your hand over the place in your heart that still aches and say, Father, heal what this closed door revealed in me. Say it slowly. Say it with surrender. Say it without pretending you are not still tender. I am not asking you to deny the pain. I am asking you to let me enter it. I am not asking you to understand everything at once. I am asking you to trust me enough to heal what the explanation uncovers. The door closed around you, but I am working within you. The circumstance changed around you, but I am restoring something within you. The answer may explain the moment, but the healing will prepare your future. And when I am finished, you will not only say, Now I understand why that door closed. You will say, Now I understand why God would not let my build heart build a life in a place that could not hold my healing. My child, a new door requires a different version of you. Not a false version, not a hardened version, not a version that pretends the pain never happened. A healed version, a steadier version, a wiser version, a version of you that can walk into what I prepared without carrying the fear, panic, and confusion that tried to attach itself to the door that closed. The closed door was not only protection, it was preparation. I was not only keeping you from what would drain you, I was forming you for what will match you. The next door requires more maturity than the last one required. It requires more peace, more patience, more humility, more spiritual clarity. It requires you to know the difference between excitement and alignment, between opportunity and assignment, between something that flatters your emotions and something that strengthens your calling. Listen carefully, my beloved child. I did not delay you to waste your time. I used the delay to remove fear from places you did not know fear was leading you. I used the waiting to refine motives that had been mixed with desperation. I used the silence to strengthen discernment that had been weakened by longing. I used the closed door to deepen your dependence on me. because what is coming cannot be carried by a heart that only trusts me when everything opens quickly. You asked me for more, but more requires formation. You asked me for increase, but increase requires capacity. You asked me for a door that carries purpose, but purpose requires surrender. I will not place you in a room that your wounds will cause you to mishandle. I will not rush you into a promise that your fear will cause you to sabotage. I will not give you what looks like blessing if your heart is still trained to beg, panic, perform, and cling to what is not my will. Joseph needed formation before authority. He had dreams before he had a throne. He had promise before he had position. He had to pass through hidden places, misunderstood places, unfair places, and waiting places before he could stand in authority with wisdom instead of pride, with compassion instead of bitterness, with steadiness instead of revenge. I was not wasting Joseph in the delay. I was preparing him for the weight of what he had seen in the dream. And Ruth needed obedience before favor. She did not know the whole story when she took the humble step. She did not see the full harvest when she entered the field, but her obedience positioned her where favor could recognize her. Her humility prepared her for covenant. Her willingness to keep moving, even with grief still in her story, brought her into the place I had already prepared. So do not despise your preparation, my child. You are not being punished. You are being strengthened. You are not being forgotten. You are being refined. You are not being held back because I changed my mind about you. You are being made ready for something that would have overwhelmed the older version of you. The door ahead will not require you to abandon your peace. It will not require you to shrink your calling. It will not require you to beg for what I have assigned. It will carry alignment, not confusion. It will carry grace, not constant striving. It will require obedience, but it will not require the loss of your soul. Within these next 72 hours, prepare your heart with me. Forgive quickly. Do not let offense become a chain around your discernment. Avoid impulsive decisions. Do not answer from fear. Do not run because silence feels uncomfortable. Write down what I reveal to you, even if it comes quietly, through a conversation, a memory, a warning, a release, a sudden peace, or an unexpected confirmation. Pay attention to what settles your spirit and what disturbs it. Obey the peace that follows. My voice. My beloved child, what I am preparing for you will fit the calling I placed inside you. It will not drain your spirit just to prove your worth. It will not make you become less of who I created you to be. It will stretch you, but it will not destroy you. It will challenge you, but it will not confuse your identity. It will ask for faith, but it will also carry my peace. The closed door prepared you for a door that will match your calling instead of draining your spirit. So let me finish the work within you. Let me steady your emotions. Let me purify your motives. Let me sharpen your hearing. Let me teach your heart to move when I say move and rest when I say rest. Because when the right door opens, you will not have to force it, chase it, or lose yourself to keep it. You will walk through it with peace, and you will know that the waiting did not weaken you. It prepared you. So now, my child, bring your heart before me. Bring the disappointment. Bring the confusion. Bring the ache. Bring the unanswered questions. Bring the place in you that still wants to understand why I allowed the door to close. Do not hide it from me. Do not dress it up in religious words while your spirit is still trembling. Come honestly, come tenderly, come close. The final response to a closed door is not panic. It is prayer, it is trust. It is readiness to receive the explanation I am already preparing to reveal. Say with me now, Father, calm my heart where it has been restless. Quiet the storm within me where the closed door has made me afraid. Remove the pressure to understand everything before I trust you. Remove the need to control what you have already taken into your hands. Teach me to breathe again in the place where I felt rejected. Teach me to rest again in the place where I felt delayed. Teach me to believe again in the place where disappointment tried to convince me that my future was over. Father, show me the mercy behind the closed door. Show me what your hand was protecting me from. Show me what my emotions could not see. Show me what my longing did not understand. Show me why that door could not open. Why that place could not hold me, why that opportunity could not carry my calling, why that connection could not walk with my destiny, why that timing was not your timing. I do not ask from rebellion, I ask from surrender. I do not ask because I refuse to trust you. I ask because I want to see with healed eyes. My beloved child, as you pray, I am removing confusion from the next 72 hours. I am clearing the fog that has made every thought feel heavy. I am quieting the noise that has surrounded your discernment. I am separating my voice from the voice of fear, my peace from the pull of attachment, my wisdom from the urgency of panic. Over these next 3 days, you will not have to chase answers in anxiety. You will watch with prayer. You will listen with peace. You will move with me one step at a time. Declare this now over your heart. I am free from shame. I am free from bitterness. I am free from the fear of missing out. I am free from false attachment. I am free from the lie that one closed door means the end of my destiny. I will not call myself rejected when God has called me protected. I will not call myself forgotten when God is preparing me. I will not call the delay punishment when heaven is using it for formation. I will not drag yesterday's disappointment into tomorrow's promise. My child, let bitterness leave your hands. Let shame leave your shoulders. Let fear leave your thoughts. Let the ache of what did not happen bow before the faithfulness of the one who still holds your future. You did not miss me because a door closed. You did not lose me because an answer looked different than you expected. You did not step outside, my love, because you cried, questioned, or felt weak. I have been near through all of it. I have been guiding you through all of it. I have been preparing what your wounded heart could not yet recognize. And when the explanation comes, you will recognize it. It may come through peace that settles where panic used to speak. It may come through confirmation that gently puts the pieces together. It may come through wisdom that rises suddenly in your spirit. It may come through a conversation you did not plan, a memory I bring back with clarity, a truth someone speaks without knowing your story, or a sudden lifting of heaviness that lets you know the burden is no longer yours to carry. Do not demand that I explain loudly when I may choose to reveal quietly. Stay awake, stay humble, stay near. Over your next 3 days, I speak clarity where there has been confusion. I speak peace where there has been pressure. I speak courage where there has been disappointment. I speak direction where there has been delay. I speak healing over the wound that made the closed door feel like abandonment. I speak strength over the part of you that almost gave up. I speak discernment over every decision, every message, every opportunity, every invitation, every returning voice, every new path, and every quiet prompting. You will not be ruled by panic. You will not be driven by fear. You will not be controlled by what closed. You will be led by my spirit. You will be steadied by my peace. You will be covered by my hand. You will be positioned by my wisdom. And when you look back, you will see that the waiting did not weaken you. It prepared you. The closed door did not destroy you. It redirected you. The no was not rejection. It was mercy arriving before understanding. Now place this prayer in the comments if your heart is ready. Father, show me the mercy behind the closed door. Leave your prayer request below, because this is a place of agreement, and you do not have to carry this season alone. Share this video with someone who is grieving a closed door and needs to know that God is still guiding them. Subscribe for more faith-filled messages that strengthen your heart and call you back to trust. And comment this declaration with faith. The closed door will make sense, and I trust God's timing.